DFTW, yeah, you.
What are your thoughts on our experiences help shape who we are?
I mean, that's a very declarative statement. You know, I utilizing experience to guide your step is kind of what people should be looking at what experience is for.
Well, build that out a little bit. I like that.
I don't think people look at these, what we call experience, to me is like a map.
Yeah.
You know, and it's something like memory. It's something like past. It's something like wrapped up into who I am, not just the world. So it's a little more specific.
Not to define you, but to use as like a point of reference, maybe.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like you are not your map. Even though you have a map of how to get to your house, that's not exactly who you are. But it does relate to you very much because it does show you how to actually get to where you are in physical reality, you know? So
Sure.
It's like, yeah, the experiences shape who you are. So it's like maybe important to realize which experiences you're kind of pulling towards yourself in a way.
Well, I did skydiving. I'm done.
Yeah.
And I would never skydive either. That's a terrible waste of money.
Oh, I've always wanted to skydive so bad.
Oh, dude, I'd be a total wuss. I would close my eyes and scream. I would like punch the guy when I got done.
Like,
Remember there was this movie with Wesley Snipes?
Oh, yeah. Drop Zone.
Yeah, and he like punches the lady in her mouth, I think.
I love that movie so much. It was so good. I love Wesley.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, I love Wesley Snipes in anything.
So to me, experience is more a map. You know, it's through my experience this. You know, and in that, it's going to shape who you are.
For sure.
And I don't think people think about it like that. You know, it's a means to an end for a lot of people. You know, like, I gotta go and, party my butt off. You know, so I can scratch that itch or something. And I think that a lot of people won't do another thing because they want to maximize pleasure and, reduce stress as much as they can. And I get it, this world is stressful, but we might be more stressed because we're not pushing for the right things.
Yeah, like almost as the stress of not releasing this thing that we need to be doing, kind of, you know? Yeah, it's like we have the ability and the opportunity to choose anything. We're kind of choosing very base B-level bullshit that we could be doing so much cooler stuff with, you know?
Well, you're like, yeah, I'm choosing to play video games all day. You know, that's my life, to be on this computer.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, but it's like, if you can just kind of see yourself, you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You didn't unlock anything. You just sat there, you know? And I don't think we weren't built for that.
Yeah, well, like totally able to, but like you're just not achieving that high level. And I think like if you were to play, say something like basketball. Hold on, let me see if I can get this example out. I think like if you're playing basketball and you're shooting the basket, that's really cool. But there's something amazing about slam dunking it, you know? Like it's like
sure.
it's like score.
I got one better for you. If you're in martial arts and you only ever go half speed and you never go hard on each other, you will never be ready.
Yeah, it'll always just be a dance. It will just be a dance. It won't really be what it's supposed to be, which is like a self-defense method or something.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're only going half speed, and maybe that's fine if you're just there to break a sweat, you know?
Yeah.
But if you want to simulate what that really is, you know, what a fight is, what I'm talking about, death, you may never know. And to me, if you were just able to push a little bit harder, it might be scary. You might even tear up. Your adrenaline will get jacked. Your heart will go crazy. You won't even be able to breathe. But after a couple of times, you're used to it. And you've leveled up. You know, you can keep cool. And if you can do that, it might keep you alive. You can push. You can just push. So it's like there's this idea that playing it safe will keep you alive, but I don't even know if that's true, man. You expire at some point. And I'm not saying chase your expiration date. But, I mean, there is no playing it safe, you know?
Yeah.
It's like how there's safe spaces in tattooing.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell does that mean? You're about to stab me a bunch.
Yeah.
I could get a staph infection and lose my arm.
Yeah. It's all perspective, you know, like, and just maybe we're losing perspective because it's brought to you through a weird lens, or, you know, since it's on the internet or something, it doesn't have the same spatial whatever, you know. You used to kind of have to go to a space, fill a space, show up for something. Now it's like all mail-in ballots instead of
Sure.
going even to, you know, like, where are you going to vote? They're like, I'm voting at the library. Where are you going to vote? They're like, I'm voting at the fire station. I feel like it's a weird little signal, you know. And if everybody's just voting online, doesn't that kind of take away the
well, you're not seeing your neighbor. You're not seeing who else is out there,
and the volume,
you know,
for one specific type of a thing over another, because it's all just turns into voting, period.
Well, right. You know, and you might see that, well, hey, man, these guys in my district, you know, they might completely feel like me, or maybe they don't.
Well, I think it's like the custodian of the knowledge used to be a person, male or female, old or young or whatever. You are right, but I think it's up to you and me and whoever to continue to make the way, because I don't think that, like, we got too dependent on being able to, like, this is a dumb example, but get sweet tea from the store, and then you forgot that sweet tea is not even that hard to make. It's water,
Right.
tea, and sugar. But you're like, what? No more sweet tea from the store?
No more McDonald's?
We're fucked forever. We don't have the thing that we always wanted and needed for security. And it's like, but if you build your own security, then it becomes this infinite thing. But you know, the system kind of wants you to feed off of it because then you need it.
It can't sustain like that. There's nothing that could. You know, you can't have everybody with their own set of standards and vision of what it looks like for the future, especially if it's only about the self.
Yeah.
And as Americans, we're fiercely independent. You know, we're all cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
But what does a fucking cowboy nation look like? It looks insane. It's just everyone shooting each other and going off, you know? How do you maintain your fierce independence while still being a good moral character and participation? But I think as soon as we start to view our experience as not our own anymore, and that you're a victim in your own experience, like it's probably going to be pretty bad for you.
Well, that's an interesting point that you're bringing up, because I think it's a good one. Like, experience is not happening to you. It's something that you are participating in. So unless you're maybe like stuck in a jail cell, which maybe even that you could find a way to have the experience mean something personal to you, you know?
Right.
But I think that's it, is people be all the time like, oh, this is so unfair because it's happening to me. And I think everything is more like an opportunity for you to see that you're guiding a boat somewhere, and where's that boat?
Yourself in this weird way.
Yeah, where's that boat going, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it shows you yourself. I mean, that's why these ideas that this vampire can never see themselves is so crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they just keep taking and taking and taking. They never see themselves. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like you can either view yourself as a victim, which is fine. I mean, the world is crazy and will chop you down at the knees. But I think you're much more empowered if you say, it's on me, and you don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's more powerful.
Yeah. No, the experiential.
But the other way is certainly a rejection of reality, and probably breeds a malevolent behavior. So, I mean, we can reject reality and say, well, I shouldn't hurt, and we shouldn't feel pain, and we shouldn't need sacrifice. But guess what? Too bad, bitch. A hurricane comes and destroys everything.
Yeah.
You know? Sorry. You know, so I really do think it's an optic, and it can, like, lead you down different ways, you know? It's like, how are you doing that map, buddy? You got yours upside down. We
should be kind of, like, comparing each other's maps and making sure that what everybody says is the right way to go is actually the right way to go, you know? So,
Oh yeah, well, sure.
and that's where it is like we're all using this online map and assuming that I guess we're seeing the same thing, but what if they're showing us different maps and it's like creating this like different kind of substrate that we don't even realize is happening because
well, because we're making everyone's thing so irrelevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like everyone's thing is the same priority and the same whatever. It's like it's this default position of saying nothing matters.
Yeah.
You know, and that the experience is all the same. And to me, it's like we can't even begin to talk about what we're talking about if that's what you believe.
How do you build back up, you know, like a moral character? And when I say that, I mean literally like a character from a story that is like kind of almost able to be universally liked. Like even if you don't like the Die Hard guy totally, you kind of do like him at least a little bit. Everybody kind of likes him a little bit.
I think everybody likes a sacrificing hero.
There you go. And so like, are we focused too much on like the sacrificing hero always has to have his shirt off and that's why it's ruining it because it's not even focusing on that he's sacrificing himself?
Well, the sacrifice is shit nowadays. It's, you know, hey, I'm willing to bet ruin my whole life and my family to rob a bank and drive a fast car.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's cool when you're 13.
Yeah, and it used to be about like saving the farm from total destruction or something like that. Yeah,
saving the farm, or you know, saving a guy who got trapped on a mountain, and you're doing this very selfless act. You know, or even something that's considered very small. You know, to me, that's where we should start. And if it's a combination of a billion small little awesome things. Like, to me, that's more heroic in fighting off the bad thing. You know, that's how you combat it. Is tiny little good things. You want to find God in some little small stuff, man.
There you go.
It's not in some big gesture. It's living every single day in a way that pushes a little more towards what is what is higher, what is better, what is the better sacrifice.
Yeah, no, I like.
Fine, you don't have to think about it, but you're making a sacrifice whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
you know,
what for?
You do get to choose.
Yeah, what for exactly, and what for? Yeah, that's a really good.
And as soon as you feel like you can't choose anymore, you're probably on a bad path.
There you go. If something else is making you not choose, then yeah, that's definitely kind of sucking your energy ability or something, you know.
Well, even what you were made to do. Yeah, exactly. What you were made to do. You were made to choose. You were made to pick. You're going to do it. You know, everyone's like, what pill are you, red or blue? It's like, buddy, you're doing that every single moment of your life. You're choosing and deciding. And as soon as you stop thinking about it is when it becomes the problem. You know? Whenever somebody does something shitty, what is the first thing people say? What were you thinking?
There you go.
Well, they weren't.
There you go.
They weren't.
But maybe that's the whole thing, is the whole machine is made to make you not think that way. What, you're manipulatable, what, you know, like there's a million different reasons
sure.
why.
Yeah, well, you don't think about it. You're willing to go in and you're going to be impulsive and chase desires and stuff. I mean, yeah, it's very simple, easy stuff. It's not complicated. You know, go see if you can't get a small child to do whatever with a piece of candy or something. You know, it's something akin to that. You know, it's like, oh, you're hungry? Well, how does cake and fried chicken sound for breakfast? And you're like, oh, I don't know, but I'll probably skip it, you know? Like, why are you giving that to me anyway? Like, well, you just eat it, and then you do some stuff with me later, you know? Like, nah, I'm good.
I think that's the whole point. Yeah, the whole point about stripping it away is so that those options can be given and nobody's there to be like, hey, don't you realize how weird and bad of an option that is?
Well, there's always a guy who's going to want to go back and eat the steak in the Matrix.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't give a shit if it's bad. You know, it brings him this shitty little comfort.
Yeah.
And people rather have shitty comfort than real deal reality. But there's a secret to real deal reality, that is that when you were going through it, and then you get your little piece of cake later, it hits so much harder.
Oh, yeah. And it almost stays with you or something in a different way.
Yeah, and you can think about it, and you're not enslaved by it. It's with you. It's not dragging you. There's a difference. And I think people have lost sight of that, you know, because we want to give in to desire, and whatever the thing is so hard. But I do gotta run. Sorry. I'll hit you up here in a little bit. Are you gonna be around?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, bro.
All right.
I'll call you.
Talk to you later, brother.
Peace.
Bye.
DFTW, yeah, you.